If you imagine a comfortable spot, I'm willing to bet that a lot of you might think of your cozy bed. And if you weren't already, then I bet you're thinking about it right now. Especially after a long day, it's nice to relax and get a comfortable night of sleep. But now, picture that bed in the hospital. This probably instantly changes your mindset. Staying overnight in a hospital definitely doesn't sound pleasant, but it's so important that patients do feel comfortable while staying there. Hi everyone, I'm Matt from eTactics, and today I'm going to give you ways to improve a patient's overnight hospital stay. Before we get started though, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. While you're down there, hit that alert bell icon next to it as well, so that when we post new helpful content, you get notified. The first thing is to check the physical comfort of a patient's room. Hospital beds aren't like the typical beds at home. Patients can actually adjust them to different settings based on their comfort level. If they don't know how to control these, they might just keep them on the same setting, even if it's not pleasant for sleeping. It's good to show the patient how to work the adjustments so that they can set it to whatever they feel is most comfortable. Next, check the quality of the temperature and the air in the patient's room. It's difficult to sleep if it's too hot or too cold. Some patients are more sensitive to temperature, especially depending on their condition. So ask if it's comfortable for them, and if not, you can give them a cozy blanket or a bedside fan depending on what they prefer. If they have any breathing conditions that would make them seem sensitive to air quality, such as asthma or allergies, make sure to monitor this as well. A dehumidifier or air filter is a good way to help remove any particles which could trigger breathing difficulties. These small steps can help make them more comfortable during their whole stay, but especially when they're trying to relax and get some sleep. The next step is to have quiet hours. There's so much chaos already in a hospital that it can disrupt anyone's normal resting patterns. This is why it's helpful to have and establish quiet hours. These are designated times that visitors, staff, and other patients should be aware of the surrounding patients and the noise that they're making. Another way to boost this is by having dedicated visitor hours to control hall traffic. Hospitals could also limit how many visitors they allow at a time or how many can stay overnight. Another bonus is to provide headphones to patients. This way they can still watch TV or listen to music while being mindful of those who are resting around them. I briefly mentioned visitors for patients. Most experts agree that allowing visitors helps speed up the recovery process. A medical study in Italy found that heart attack patients were less stressed when they could see visitors. Being in the presence of loved ones instills a sense of normalcy during a rather stressful time. But the problem is that the majority of visitors are temporary and they'll leave at night to get some sleep. It's helpful to have better access for these guests to stay overnight to be with their loved ones in the hospital. Having comfy chairs or small couches in the patient's room helps make this possible. If that's out of the question though, for safety and health concerns, then having these furniture options in the waiting room is a positive alternative. Being right down the hall or a flight of stairs away is better than to take the time it does to drive to the hospital. This way, patients can relax knowing that their family or friend is nearby and the visitor doesn't have to worry about leaving. But having visitors overnight brings up privacy concerns. Patients already have so much unfamiliarity with medical workers coming into their rooms, and they shouldn't have to worry about a total stranger walking in either. They might have difficulty relaxing if they know that anyone could just walk in at any time. If there's always a staff member monitoring halls and doing rounds of the floors, they'll be able to ensure that only necessary workers are entering a patient's room, helping the patient feel more secure. Another concern here is security of personal belongings. Hospitals advise patients to either leave valuables at home or to send them home with a family member. However, not every patient has someone who can come and get their items, or they'll at least want to keep their phone on them. This brings me to my final suggestion that hospitals can provide security of these items through a safe, lockbox, or a secured drawer. This is better than leaving them out for anyone to walk into the room and take them if the patient is sleeping or in a procedure. Even though we don't expect the hospital to be pleasant, they need to be. It's demotivating to get better if we always feel uncomfortable where we are, and it's counterproductive if a patient can't relax. But thankfully, there are small steps you can take that can boost patient comfort overall. While staying overnight in a hospital probably can't be as comfortable as our own homes, they can still have some of the same elements so that patients feel less stressed. If you'd like to learn more about improving comfort during a patient's hospital stay, reach out to eTactics. And you already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share it, and comment below. Well, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to our YouTube channel.